Okay, so we're starting our project vlog 1 here. Let's start with team member introductions. Go alphabetically, folks.
All right, my name is Clark.
I'm Kelly, of course.
This is Mansi.
And I'm Sana.
Okay. So our team member project roles and responsibilities as they are now. I am the Scrum Master, so I'm responsible for leading our Scrum ceremonies, such as our daily Scrum and also our vlog documentation. So I'll be directing our vlog today.
All right, I am the product owner and I'm responsible for dealing with the client, creating all the documents we require for our designing phase and also creating the backlog. So yeah, I've been basically gathering all the requirements which we need right now.
Okay, so me and Clark are working on as in tech hunters, where we investigate the tools and documentation regarding the tools that we need for our project.
And yeah, do note that Tech Hunter's role is just a temporary role as of now. However, in the future, I'm not sure if there's going to be Tech Hunters.
Yeah, it's possible that we'll just all be developers at a certain
Right.
point, so the tech hunters role will go away.
Right.
Also, since our project is beginning, roles other than the product owner are also to jump on product owner work as needed. So we'll talk a bit about our project background, our business need and opportunity here.
Yeah, I'll do it. So the background basically for this project is we're working with Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, and they basically looks after the animal transportation rules and regulation, and they have to keep track if the transporters are following all the rules and regulation. But the problem is all the information forms, they are manual. So they're handwritten, they're printed, they're not digital. So the problems we have right now is a lot of the information is actually repeating. Some of the information is actually hard to understand for a lot of transporters. So our job here is to create something that can be easily used by transporters and the information can be collected without data redundancy. And yeah, it can be used by CFIA and other industry partners.
Also talk about our business need.
Yeah. So business need for this is we have to follow a lot of rules and regulations. CFIA basically have to follow this health of animal regulations, HAR, and they change with time. So if they change, they have to provide some source to transporters which they can use to understand. So this app, we'll create this app which will provide all this information to transporters, not just transporters, but also other industry partners. And yeah, they will be able to fill out the information. It will go in the database. And yeah, the user face basically it's one of the big deal that will make a lot of things easier for people. And they'll be able to use it freely. It will be able to track their data. So yeah, the business need would be, it will help not just transporters, but also CFIA to keep track of all the transportations and animal health.
Okay, thank you. That's a good idea. We also have our own reason for creating the project. This was something that we had agreed on in a separate chat, so I'll just kind of read the points here. Our first and foremost point is that we're fairly moved by our client's need, our client being a member of the CFIA, that if a software solution we make can really be used to improve the quality of life for Canadian animal transporters, then we're more than happy to have been involved in such a process and such a solution. Another point we have is that we are a team of students looking to use what we've learned from our post-secondary education to create software solutions for people and their problems. The third point here is a project is required of us for a particular course we are taking. This reaches around for our point one here. After searching our community and industry, we encountered our client's proposal and request for solution, and we believe we can work on it and create it. Did anybody on the team want to add additional comments to our reason?
I think all the points are good there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to impact. So this is sort of obviously not written down on this project log documentation, but we'll kind of discuss the statement. When we are done, Canadian animal transporters will now be able to digitally record information required of them. So we think we'll need to develop a mobile application that will move paper documentation to digital documentation. What do folks think about that? Any comments?
I think it will be very helpful for the transporter who needs to take so many documents with them whenever they
Every time
transport.
they don't have to.
Yeah, so every time they don't need to keep all of those documents with them instead of just keeping the phone, and they can just enter information into the system.
Okay, I'll just kick us along here, just because this impact is a little bit covered by our other things we've discussed in this vlog. We'll continue on to the who, so I'll call on different members of the team just to talk about it. Sana, could you tell us exactly who our audience or who we're creating for is?
Okay, so one of the basically most important are livestock transporters, obviously. Then it would be Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, because they'll be administrating this app.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously other industry partners that could be using the information provided from this app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty straightforward. Clark, could you tell us exactly whose opinion matters to us in our software development here?
All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna read the points what we have here. So the envision users over software are animal transporters using the software to replace their existing workflow. Our software should meet their expectations for use, ease of use, and understanding. Secondary party opinions may be humored as long with priority given to animal transporters in conflicting opinions.
Yeah, that makes sense because, yeah, we really need to be considering the animal transporters first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk about who we want to reach with our work. So our client is a member of the CFIA, and they have expressed their purpose for the project is to present it as proof of concept to the CFIA that existing paper-focused records for Canadian animal transport should be changed to a digital format. If our project were to be adopted, it's possible that the CFIA would need to change a fair amount of their existing recording processes. Along with that, our audience, particularly as the CFIA regulates animal transport within Canada, our audience is therefore within Canadian provinces. Out-of-province parties may be involved, such as those purchasing animals from Canada, but those same parties are subject to Canadian regulations, so we'll be focusing on Canada. Mansi, could you tell us a little bit about where our audience gets their current information?
Sure. The CIFA has made PDF documents available on their website, and also from it is available on the paper format as well within the organization.
Okay, thank you. Moving our project along here as we're running short on time, we'll discuss a little bit of the type constraints and limitations we envision. I've taken the liberty of adding some here initially, but these are likely to, well, increase over time or decrease over time. The first thing that came up to me upon our client's proposal was that we do not have a database for which to store information after the client has entered information on our mobile app. So this means that our project will be responsible to either utilize a private one we'll need to provide a similar storage solution, such as local storage on the phone, or we'll need to emulate a data storage solution. So these are things that we'll need to consider as a team, possibly doing backlog refinement as to what solution we prefer. It should also be noted that we are 4 students, and we're not employed to do this work. We may be interrupted by family matters, other employment matters, or other post-secondary courses during the development of this project. So there's a possibility that we might not complete all of the product increments needed for a complete project. But we do promise that enough work will be available at the end of development to act as proof of concept. And a final note here for our project vlog. Our project is not affiliated or endorsed by the CFIA. So further to an earlier point, there is no client-owned and operated database for our application to communicate with. So we're very much an island of development here.